Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Rosie, and in today's video we are talking about marriage, guys. I cannot remember the last time I talked about marriage on this channel, but today Rosie is here to talk about marriage. So in this video I will be sharing with you some of the things I wish I knew before getting married, like no cap. And if you want to get married, these are things that I feel you should look out for. Okay, it's not all about me, but of course marriage is a beautiful thing. It's something that I wish everybody to experience. Okay, it has its ups and downs, we should know that, but it's beautiful, and God alone knows why He created this ministry. Or otherwise He would have just said, you know what, Adam, you don't need any Eve. But He created Eve, so there is a reason why marriage is ordained. Okay, so today I'll share with you all some of the things I wish someone told me to do long before thinking about marriage, before getting to that marriageable age. And even when you are married, there are certain things that I wish I knew from the beginning. Okay, so yeah, but I know now marriage is like a job. Okay, and they say you learn on the job. So when you are married, there are certain things that you will learn being married. Okay, so the first thing about marriage, so the first thing I wish I knew, like when I was still young, like in my early 20s. Of course, in my early 20s, I knew when I wanted to get married. I said to myself and to anybody that cared to listen that I wanted to be married by 26. And I got married a week to my 26th birthday. So yeah, my dream came true. But I didn't know there were some things I needed to do, like praying for my marriage, okay, before getting married. No, when I say praying for your marriage, it doesn't mean that, oh, when you are getting married, you're engaged and probably on the eve of your wedding, you pray. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about even before you think of getting married, even before, like if you're a young girl, still in your early 20s, and you don't have plans on getting married now, but you want to be married in the future. This is what I'm saying. Start praying about your marriage now. Pray for the kind of partner you want. Pray for the vision, how you want your marriage to be like, to look like. Pray for your husband to be. He's the kind of characters, what you want in him. Pray to be a good wife to your husband, okay? Don't exempt yourself from the prayer. Pray to be a good wife to your husband. Pray to be an understanding wife. Pray to be whatever a wife is supposed to be to a husband. Pray for that. Whatever you want from a husband, pray towards that. That God should send you a man who understands you, who shares the same vision as you, okay? Pray for the kind of in-laws that you are going to get. In-laws play a lot in marriages, and if you are not careful, your in-laws can destroy your marriage. They can either make or destroy your marriage. So yes, you have to pray for the kind of in-laws that you have. Pray for your kids in the future. Do not wait until when you start having kids and then you start praying for them. Pray for them even before they come, even before you get married, before you start bearing children. Some people, when they are already married and they are searching for the fruit of the womb, they don't have it, they become desperate, they become frustrated. But do you know that you can start praying against whatever that is going to hinder you from getting your children when you want to start having kids? So pray for your marriage beforehand. Try to find out the kind of prayers that you can pray before getting married, and start praying those prayers right now. Right now. Prayer is key. For those of us that are married, okay, you're already married, prayer should be one of the essentials of your marriage. Be your marriage on prayers, on God, on the word of God, because sometimes you might be going through some challenges in life, in your marriage, and no family member can give you a good advice as compared to you searching the scriptures for that advice. Okay, so you have to be a prayer man, a prayer woman, a prayer warrior. So yeah, be in marriage or not, just pray for your marriage. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is love is not enough. One thing I wish I knew before getting married is that love is not enough. You need more than love to stay in marriage. All right, so you as a young girl or a young man aspiring to be married someday, okay, you have to understand that love is not enough. You will love someone, but that's not the only thing that is going to sustain your marriage. There are a lot of things that can sustain a marriage. There's trust, there's humility, there's patience, there's tolerance, there's forgiveness. guys, forgiveness. You see that part when they say you have to forgive even before the person asks? Marriage will teach you that. So you have to build all of these qualities. Marriage is all about everything, not just about love, because sometimes you might love someone, but because of the person's bad character, you cannot continue to be in that relationship. So many things that can break up a marriage. So it's not only love that you think is going to sustain your marriage. Yeah, love is important. Love is essential in every marriage. But what I'm saying is, if you're of marriageable age, one of the things you should know is that love is not going to sustain your marriage. There are other things. So while you are loving this person, try to develop other good qualities to sustain your marriage. Okay, be a prayer person, but above all, trust, love, togetherness. Remember that the two of you are a team, not competing teams. No, you are a team, you are one. So whatever you are doing, know that it's for the better good for the two of you. All right, so love is not enough. Another thing I wish to talk about, or I wish I knew before, and I wish to share with people who are planning to get married, is that love language can change. Of course, right now, do you know your love language? There are 5 love languages. We have word of affirmation. We have gifting, like giving somebody a gift. We have spending time with spouse, touching, romancing, touching all the right places, and act of service. Those are the 5 different types of love languages. Know which one works for you. But there's something I want to say. Every marriage needs all the 5 different love languages. Know when to give which one, but understand your partner's love language at the moment. Why am I saying this? For example, if your wife used to love gifting before, like when she was young, she used to love when you give her things, clothes, shoes, and all that, and probably in the course of having children and more responsibilities, taking care of you, taking care of herself, taking care of kids, and then trying to run a business, someone like me, my love language has changed from other things to act of service. If you do something for me, it's really, it melts my heart, okay? Because that time when I was supposed to use to do that thing, I'll probably be resting and rejuvenating. So as a husband, understand your wife's love language. As a wife, understand your husband's love language, okay? And I'll give you examples. So there was this celebrity couple. He said in one of his interviews that the wife's birthday was coming. He bought a house for the wife, furnished the house, bought a house in his choice location, furnished the house to his taste, and handed the keys to the wife as a gift. Now, when the wife got to that place, the wife saw that this place was like everywhere was written the husband. Not like in literally written, but I mean, you could see that these things are the things that the husband loves. There's nothing there that shows that this was made for the wife. So the man was thinking that he's impressing the wife, but not knowing that he was impressing himself. Another example is Pastor Kingsley and Pastor Mildred. They are couples. So they shared a video. They shared their experience that when the wife was pregnant, when Pastor Mildred was pregnant, and the both of them traveled abroad, Pastor Mildred and Pastor Kingsley, they traveled abroad. And so it was like, I think the last day for the Pastor Kingsley to go back to Nigeria. So he went out, got a car, spent the whole day, got a car for the wife. He loves cars, by the way. He got a car for the wife, knowing that, okay, as he's going, the wife will have something to, like a car to drive around in case she needs anything. The wife was not pleased with the car, and the husband was feeling like the wife is ungrateful. But that was not the case, because at that time, the wife's love language was that she wanted to spend quality time with her husband, because her husband is traveling back to Nigeria and she will be alone. So she wanted to cherish that moment. But with the husband was fascinated about cars and went out looking for cars and got a car for the wife. He was doing something that he loved and thought that one, it would be what the wife would love. So you see, it is important for you to communicate your love language with your partner. Try to know what your own love language is, or what your love languages are, because you can have more than one love language. It's allowed to have more than one love language, okay? Moving on, another thing I wish I knew before getting married, and I want to share, is that do not lose yourself. or your identity in marriage. What do I mean? Of course, we know when you get married, you take up, like, you become under your husband. Your husband is the umbrella. What he decides, where he wants to live, is where you will probably be living. Whatever he does, okay, good or bad, affects you, the wife, and probably kids that you will have or you already have, okay? And then another thing is, that's why you see, if you get married, you take up the man's name. In most cases, you take up the man's name. Like in my own case, I answer my husband's name. If you check my ID card, you are going to see my husband's name there. So now, there are so many things you have to do for your husband. You have to do for your marriage to make your marriage work. But at the same time, before getting married, you had some goals and dreams. Before getting married, or when you know that this is the person you're going to get married to, try to discuss these dreams and aspirations with this person. That is why I say it is important to get married to the right person, because once you get, and pray for the right partner, because once you pray and you get the right partner, the partner is going to understand that, oh, aside from being married to me and attached to me, you have a purpose in this life. Remember, before we were born, God gave us dreams, purpose, ambition, visions. So you being married to someone doesn't mean that you have to kill your dreams, your ambitions, and stand on the same spot with this person forever. You have to go ahead and do yours, your own bit. You have to shine, because God has created you to shine. Do not dim your light because of another person. It's different when the two of you come together and say, you know what, my dear husband wants to achieve this goal within the space of, like, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Okay, I am going to dedicate my time taking care of the kids and other things while he goes ahead. And at some point, your husband should be willing to let you go ahead as well. Okay, do not live under his shadow. The same thing with, now I'm talking mostly about wives, because wives are under men, and men have the authority to tell the wife, like, you have to do this, you have to do, like, for example, if I want to go travel out and all that, I need the permission of my husband, you see. So that's why I keep saying wives, but it's vice versa. All right, a man should not lose himself because he wants to take care of the family, he wants to do the family head kind of thing. No, find yourself, enjoy yourself, be who you are, be who God has made you to be. Do not just live on this earth. When you die like someone who was just passing through. Live and fulfill your purpose on earth, okay? Enjoy your time here. Being married to a wife and having kids doesn't stop you from living a fulfilled life, because we all have purpose. We all have visions that we must, by God's grace, realize before living. Okay, so yeah, do not lose yourself. Have to work on that. So if you have some plans and aspirations, go ahead and start working on it before getting married. Another thing I want to talk about is that money is important in marriage. Money is important in marriage. See, this is something that I thought was not really necessary. Okay, I mean, with love we could build together and all that, which is good. But now, don't feel you asking money from your husband, you have committed a taboo. You are being materialistic. Because I grew up with this mentality that, oh, I don't have to show that I like money. If I show that I like money, I will be termed a materialistic girl. But now I have come to realize that money is very essential in marriage, because you need money to finance your home, to build the kind of home that you want, to build the kind of future that you want for yourself, for the both of you, for your kids. You need money to bear children and take care of them. Like, I cannot even overemphasize on this point. Let no man, woman, or family tell you that wishing to have money or getting married to someone who has money is wrong. It depends on your motives. Are you getting married because of his money and you don't love him and you don't intend to build a home and a future with the man? Then that is where money becomes wrong. But if you think with the money that you have money for yourself. Now, I'm not only talking about you, I'm not only talking about the man's money, you as well. Know that you have to work for your money. You have to bring something to the table. That's what I'm trying to say. And even if he is the man who is providing, all right, don't just depend solely on his money. Try to have, try to use that money. Even if he gives you money, try to use that money and they say women know how to multiply. Whatever you give a woman, she multiplies it. So be that woman that when a man gives you money, you'll be able to multiply it and use it for a good purpose, and not just squander and throw it around, and at the end of the day the money is gone. No, that's not what I'm saying. Money is important to build the kind of home, the kind of marriage, the kind of future, and the kind of kids you want, okay, to raise up your kids. So money is important in marriage. I wish I knew that from the beginning, but I didn't. Yeah. Okay, so another thing I want to say is that I wish I read more about marriage before getting married. Like, I wish I read more books concerning marriage. I wish I listened to more like messages about marriage. Like, I really wish I had more material about marriage before getting married. And this is something that I'll encourage people who are not married. Try to spend time studying on what marriage is all about and how to solve conflicts in marriage, because definitely you will be having conflicts in marriage. Even while you are married, you will still have those conflicts. Now I spend time studying about those things, but I wish I knew. I started studying back in the, like, before getting married or thinking of getting married, just like prayers. So it helps you, it builds your psychology, it builds your mentality, and therefore when certain things come, you will not make a fuss about it, or you should make a fuss about it. you pick your fights. Okay, yeah. So it's important for you to study about marriage, read books about marriage, listen to pastors, just listen. Okay, yeah. Another thing I want to talk about is know how to deal with in-laws. I wish someone told me how to deal with in-laws. Like, when I mean deal, like, know your in-laws, know how to understand your in-laws, and let your in-laws understand you. One thing about in-laws is that whatever you like, the way you present yourself to your in-laws, that's how they are going to take you, and that's how they are going to treat you. So if you are that kind of a person that you feel, oh, giving gifts to my in-laws because I want to be married, ask yourself, for how long am I going to do this? If there is something that you don't like, but you are forcing yourself to do it because you want to have this good face in the presence of your in-laws, ask yourself, for how long will I pretend? What I will tell you is, do not pretend for your in-laws. Show your real self. Be a good person. Show your real self. Let them know who you are and accept you for who you are, and not fake anything, so that when some conflicts come, you will know how to handle it. Try to understand your in-laws and let them understand you as well. Yes, and yeah, that's what I can say, because in-law wahala can scatter the table. And don't only focus on mother-in-law, because we know growing up, we used to watch Susanna, we used to see how films, like, people will be saying, oh, before I get married, I wish my mother-in-law is dead. And hell no, not in all cases that when you have in-laws conflicts, it's caused by mother-in-laws. Some can be caused by sister-in-laws, some can be caused by brother-in-laws, some can be caused by father-in-laws, and extended auntie-in-laws and the rest. So just know how to deal with each in-law. Okay, so that's very, very important as well. So yeah, I feel like these are some of the things that I wish I knew before getting married. If you're married, share with me in the comment section some of the things that you wish you knew before getting married. There are so many of them, but because of time, I'm just going to end. Yeah, okay, guys, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it with anyone that you think is aspiring to be married. Because you know why, there are some people that don't wish to get married. So, but if you know anyone who wishes to get married, share this video with them and let them have an idea of what marriage is about and the kind of things that they should start working on before getting married. While you're waiting to get married, try to enjoy your singlehood also and develop yourself. Okay, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. It's bye bye from Rosie.